ever set foot on this track. Look at him. He's just a big old kid. Look at him. Has his teeth. Look at his teeth. Look at that, huh, Zoe?
Looks good, Bob.
Still growing. I don't think he realizes what he did yesterday.
He's not a pet like Pharoah, is he?
Huh? No, he's not in like him.
There's only one Pharoah.
There's one Pharoah, that's it. Yeah, Lalo, the groom of Pharoah, I asked him to come up here and help me out. So I said, see, you got in the winter circle. Now you know what it feels like to be in the winter circle. He's just a big gangly. You know, look at him. He's just gangly. Look at him. He's usually little rambunctious.
He's been good today.
Fired out. He's been really good today. He's like your teeth, yeah.
He doesn't really look like he tucked up at all.
I'll show me your tooth.
He's a beautiful horse. Yeah, he is. That face.
You're magical today.
Tired. Where's Dana? She had to be happy. It's her baby.
Dana's put a lot of work into her.
Yeah.
It was a mess. His first out was a mess. Big dude. You're not used to this, are you? He's stable next to Freedom, Dortmund, him, and Cupid.
Good lineup. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Lalo.
No.
You said that he didn't realize what he did yesterday. Have you soaked into you what he did yesterday?
You know what, Bejarano and I, we knew how good he was, and unfortunately he wasn't able to ride him. But I was raised in California. They were all schooling races for him. I mean, we were lucky to get that 3-horse race that went. That sort of, got him ready. I was really. At the beginning of the summer, I was going to run him in the San Diego, and then come back in the Pacific Classic. But when I got down there, he got a little virus, so knocked him out for about 3 days. So I scrapped that plan. Since I was talking to Garrett O'Rourke, I said, I told Garrett I might try something really bold with this horse and run him in the San Diego and the Pacific Classic. So I remember calling Garrett. He said, well, do you still feel pretty bold? I said, well, you got a little temperature, so I'm going to go easy on him. It wasn't serious. So then I thought maybe I'll get him one more out to set him up either for Pacific Classic or for this. And the Pacific Classic was just, it was coming up. You've got those older horses and Beholder and stuff. So I thought, well, maybe he'll probably like we'll take him to Saratoga. He should love a 1.25 miles, because we're all talking a 1.25 miles is going to be his thing. So that's why I took American Freedom to the Haskell. I was going to then take him to Parks, but then the owner wanted to take a shot at the Saratoga too. So that's what happened. So I was going to come up here with one horse, so that's why we brought the two, and he shipped well, and once he got out there, I knew, just let him run away from there, and once we drew the 1-2, we knew we're not going to take back, so. But down the backside when he was rolling along, and I told Mike, I said you're gonna like this horse because he's pretty fast, but he's a big, long striding horse, and I think Mike was sort of surprised he didn't realize he was going that fast, and so, but down the backside it was pretty. When I heard 46, I thought, wow, it's either going to be he's either a super horse or he's going to cave, it's going to be ugly turning for home. But at the top of the stretch, I could tell he was just opening up there, and I knew he was a winner turning for home. And I was just watching the other one, fight on. And the other one, he fought on hard to run second. So, you get pretty, you're hoping that they're that good, but. I knew he was good, but I didn't know that he was that really that kind of good. But we'd never let him run. If you watch his other races, he shuts him down, let him. And he was running in his allowance race at Del Mar. He ran as fast as Beholder and Dortmund did in those hard races, galloping. So that was the tip off there. But.
Do you think he could be a super horse?
Well, I mean, as long as we keep him healthy, but he's the kind of horse that. I think he's going to get better. He should get better with age. I can tell a big difference in him now that he's getting better. So we'll just have to see. But he's what he did yesterday was pretty impressive. So.
Bob, you mentioned Dana and Pharoah and all the work they've done with him. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Well, after his first out, he was a little bit of a head case, like some unbridled songs can be. And when I ran him the first time, I was working him with blinkers, and I wanted to take the blinkers off. And I remember Martin Garcia was on him, so I said, Martin, maybe I should take them off. He says, no, he needs blinkers. So I put the blinkers on. He came out in the paddock. He got tough he got away from the pony, ran off. They brought him back, got in the gate, acted up in the gate, got left, zigzagged. Every move it was just horrendous trip. So then we got him back and took the blinkers off, and I put Dana on him, and I said, Dana, you just need to really just love on this guy, and she'll go up there and feed him his mints and stand there at the gap and just let him, and she got him to the point where he was mellowed out and just spent a lot of time with him. So. That was a big, because he could have gotten really bad, and so we just didn't do anything with him there for a while. And
sounds like his debut was kind of like Pharoah's, a little bit of a.
It was like Pharoah's. It was a disastrous fair. So, but he was going in. I thought there was no way he could lose at Los Alamitos, and but I was trying to get him going. I was going to run him there, but. To me, Los Alamitos, it's a very safe track, so I don't have a problem with it at all. So, I just wanted to get a race into him. I was thinking about something that get him going.
Make of the fact General Assembly was stable at the same barn here, and 37 years later, same amount of time between Triple Crowns. You just broke his record.
You know what? I was just talking to a friend of mine. To me, when I got in this business, when I see Leroy Jolly, to me. He's an icon. He's like, to me, because when I grew up, I was watching Leroy Jolly. To me, he looks like a horse trainer. That's what a thoroughbred horse trainer is supposed to look like, that tough, and I just saw him at the Saratoga sale here, and I was telling a friend of mine, I go, every time Leroy Jolly, to me, when I look at him, he's up here to me. To me, it'll always be that way. He's just here. I don't feel like I'm even with him. So, and then they told me, I'm always telling this guy that's writing this book, Dave Israel, he says, man, to me, Leroy Jolly, to me, man, he's just like he's big, So So and then I told him yesterday, I can't believe when they told me it was. I says the horse was stabled here, and it was Leroy Jolly's barn. I've been talking about Leroy Jolly a lot. So it was pretty amazing that the way things work out. That here he was stabled in the same barn and breaks a track record.
And now you're that to the young guys and women coming up in the business.
I've never considered myself that. To me, I don't really. I felt like after he ran like that, I was like everybody else. I was like a fan. I was going like, wow, what did we just witness? Man, this is a terrific horse. So and when I saw the time right away, 1:59. I go, man, that's smoking. But I didn't know that was a track record until later on.
What kind of path are you going to take with him to the Breeders' Cup now?
I think that the way he ran, we shipped him here, and the way he ran, I'll probably go easy on him. I don't think I could wait. That's one thing about training for the Juddmonte farm. They sort of let you do what you want to do, and so I'm probably today. I would say I could change my plan. Right now, I would say I would just run him fresh into the Breeders' Cup after a race like that. There's no rush.
Embarrassment of riches, Dortmund, Opportunity, this guy, American Freedom, Cupid. We got a lot coming in the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, Hopper is. I was going to bring him up here for the. What's the one coming up to Woodward? I was wanting to bring him up here, and then I saw that darn horse is going to run in that race. That other freak of nature. So there's some this year. There's some strong horses. But
I mean, obviously the Classic means the California Chrome and your horses and maybe Frosted. I mean, does this horse? You think? I know what he did yesterday was exceptional, but.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've trained all these horses, and I sort of know where I stand with all of them, and I can tell that when I knew this horse was probably really good horse. So, but we just never had set him down. So, but no, he can run with those kind of horses, I think.
So lightly raced, how much is he still kind of learning the game a little bit?
Yeah, but he acted really well yesterday. Like Jimmy was telling me it's like this is about as close you'll get to the Kentucky Derby, walking through that crowd and going to that paddock. American Freedom, he got in there. He got a little bit. He got a little bit hot to get in there. He got a little bit anxious, but he handled it really, really well. And he's the kind of horse that at Santa Anita, he's handled it well there. So it was. I'm surprised the way he's getting better, because a lot of unbridled songs they're known to be they get a little hot, get a little anxious, but I think as long as if you keep them happy, they're fine, so we're just going to keep him, we're going to keep that motor of his, like yesterday he got to rev it up pretty good, so now we'll, get him to come down a little bit.
What do you do with American Freedom?
Oh, I don't know yet. We're just gonna. We'll just go back and figure something out for him.
I think it's sweeter, given what happened last year, to come back here and have the day you had yesterday with this, of course, the other Grade 1 running 1-2 with Travers.
Well, you know what? It's really, I know a lot of people say, hey, it's redemption, whatever. I didn't feel that way. I just came here to win a horse race. I came in here to win the King Bishop and to see how good these horses were. So, I mean, last year was a total vibe. It was more of a, we were more like showing off American Pharoah to Saratoga and let the fans get to see him run. And, he's such a great horse. And so, and then when he got beat, it was like, I felt I let down the crowd, the town, and so, and the horse, I felt bad about him. But that's why it was, those couple months before the Breeders' Cup, it was pretty quiet around the barn, because we had, the horse had gotten beat. So just trying to get him ready to freshen up to go back. So, but we still miss him pretty much. I mean, it's gonna, maybe this horse is take a little bit of the sting of not having him around, but that was pretty. What we saw yesterday, at least it gave us a little hope that every time when I have a horse like Pharoah, when he left, I thought, man, I'll never have anything close to him at all. And then this horse does that. I thought, wow, I'm not gonna crown him yet, but at least he's got us excited and something to think about. But there'll never be another Pharoah.
Jazzy times, what have you figured out a little bit more?
Yeah, he looks okay. The foot looks okay today. He grabbed himself coming off the track when he got here, and he grabbed a little quarter, and I think it got a little. It wasn't that big, but I didn't feel comfortable with it. He was still, when you pressed on it, he traveled sound, but he wasn't going to run. He wouldn't been able to run not against that competition.
And these horses ship back tomorrow?
Yeah, they leave tomorrow.
Will they go to Del Mar, or are you going to ship them to
They go to Del Mar. Yeah, it's still closed up. They'll go to Del Mar for a few days or about a week, then they'll.
Do you have anything you're considering for the Pennsylvania Derby?
Cupid, he's been on the Dirt Road Derby. He'll be there, and it's about all I can think of. In Jazzy times, I got to figure out. I was thinking maybe they had the Gallant Bob there, or else.
Gallant Bob.
Huh?
You got to run in the Gallant Bob.
Yeah.
The Gallant Bob or the. But I don't know. I'm really disappointed that he didn't get to run.
What did it feel like to get the fan reception that you did after coming into the Winter Circle, winning the Travers? I saw you high-fiving fans. They're holding them their barrel hats.
Well, I mean, the fans here, they're pretty. I like walking in, and when Bodie saw some naked girl with his painted on there, and that was something right there. Bodie goes, "Mommy, that girl is naked." I go, "Where?" Right there. And she's, "Turn around, don't look at her. Don't look at her." But I already saw. that was pretty good. So then Bodie got tough and said, "Hey, put a shirt on." But that was the highlight of the day. Bodie watching one of the girls that are painted.
American Cleopatra. What's going on with
Yeah,
that?
she's American Cleopatra. Really, I like her. She's really surprises. We didn't build her up her first out. I didn't want to really. We never let her work, and she's getting better and better. So she's sort of fun to watch develop, but she runs in the debutante, so it'll be
Is
interesting.
she sweet like her brother?
She is so sweet. She's so sweet. I've got two fillies at home. They're just her, and I have a horse named Jill, named after Jill. It's another sweetheart. But when people come, like they bring their kids and they want to pet a horse, we send them to Cleopatra. She just heads her head. She's like him.
Oh, that's great.
Do you think could Arrowgate get in the conversation for 3-year-old if he wins the Classic?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. My job is just to keep him healthy and keep him sound I'm still trying to, watching that race, I came home, watched it a couple times. I still can't believe the way he just kept on rolling. It was just incredible.
Bob, are you
And he looks good today, too.
Any of the Pegasus race in January?
You know what? That is so far off right now. It's hard to, hopefully, I thought this horse, when it first came out, I thought of this horse immediately because he's slowly maturing, going to be a 4-year-old. The other ones, you don't know what they're going to do. And, I've got some guys that have some, they're always, like Dortmund. I've got Dortmund and, this is, it's going to be, until he gets there. But right now, all we can think of right now is just, once the Breeders' Cup is over, I think then the conversation of the Pegasus will start. But until then, we can't get ahead of ourselves, and I just want to make sure that all my horses are doing well.
Is he the only Juddmonte horse you have at the moment?
No, I got the 2-year-old. I'll go today.
Are you going today?
Yeah, I leave this morning. So you guys won't see me again until Breeders' Cup.
Once we go to California.
If they let you go to, are they gonna let you go to California? Oh,
Probably not, but
they
you never know.
should. So you got Airgate now. You got to go. You say you got to go watch Airgate, man. It's a Saratoga horse.
No kidding.
Oh, you got to go there now. Barn 25.
You ready? You want to go for the front?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Now I got to train my wife's horse, Dr. Doris, so I got to go. All right.
Thank you, Bob.